Yeah.
So I'm recording this session so that I can share with Sabine and Ayu, and I will explain to the both of you what you have, the first parts which Sulin has explained to us. So Sulin, please continue.
Okay, right. So we are done with the app, and just to recall, I can't recall, my computer doesn't work that way. I can't go backwards. All right, so we went through daily practice on the app, and this is now weekly practice on the app. And now I am also showing you weekly live Q&A. So Coach Shazad himself is so excited about this because this cohort 4, this is the 4th time he's doing this, and we are the first people to use the P+ app, the app that we are using, which is why our instructions will not change in time. And I just looked in the app, he just replied to my comment that I had to buy a new phone. So I haven't read it yet anyways. So there is a weekly one. This is the one that Terence was talking about, that's midnight. But don't freak out because there is a recording that will be shared in the next 48 hours. So if you miss out on the Q&A on Tuesday, actually this is Wednesday morning, midnight. You know the Tuesday, Wednesday, midnight, the one in the center. This is the midnight, the Wednesday morning that we need, that we can watch the recording in the next 2 days. Yeah, so don't worry about staying up for midnight or whatever. You can actually watch it. So far so good. But if you really have an active question you want to ask, then you might want to turn up and join in the fun, you know. But I can only imagine how many thousands of people across the world are on this call. Okay, so now our pod. So we are focusing on what we need to do as individuals on our app. Now we're focusing as a pod. How do we work together? Now we have called ourselves Peace in a Pod. And we're going to meet every Monday evening. Sorry, I haven't changed this slide. Every Monday evening at 8 p.m. Malaysian, 9 p.m. Tokyo, right? And the reason why we do this is we want to connect with each other as much as possible. During the first pod meeting, Eric, every member needs to complete and share their online pod agreement. And the link is there. If you click on it, it takes you to the Google Forms website where you need to type in your email, type in your answers, and send. So what it does is it sends a copy to you, and you share your copy with all your buddies within the first 24 hours.
Okay, so if I click on the link on the PowerPoint that you will share with me, it's actually there, right?
Yeah. And you fill that up, you put in your email, they will send you the copy, and you send that copy to your pod members as well. So that we know each other's agreement, because we are accountability partners. I cannot keep you accountable if I don't see it.
Okay, so who do we send the agreement? Once we sign it, we send it to each other, but we also send it to, we also email it to Coach.
All right, so when you sign it, when you fill that, you press submit, it goes to...
Oh, it is a form online. Okay. It's not like a PDF, or it's not a... Okay.
So what we can do is, if we don't want to go email, we can actually share it in my pod. My pod is private to your pod. Okay. Nobody can see your pod except members of your pod. Okay. So if all of us share it there, we can actually refer to each other's all the time.
Right.
Right? There's another way to do that. So Eric, as you decide how you want it done.
Okay. Well, why don't we agree now, and we will complete it, and just share it on the app.
On the My Pod, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right now, daily commitment to each other. So inside your app, this goes under community, and it goes specifically into My Pod. And Eric, you have already used that. You've already posted a comment.
I did.
All right. Now, notice even though the exercises are Tuesday to Friday, notice here it says every day, every day, every day report to each other. How are you doing? Are you learning? Are you successful? Or did you fail today? Or today I woke up late and oh my God, this is such a rush. You know, this is really kind of your Facebook page for the group. And they expect everyone to check in every day at least for 30 seconds. And I'm sure there's some meter running there or whatever. I don't know how it works, okay?
Sulin, you say this community is only for our pod, but I'm seeing other people's posts as well.
No, you have to go to my pod.
Oh, okay. So when you're in my pod, only the 5 of us can see what we've written. Okay.
Right? You notice there's only Terence and me. I don't know who else. I haven't seen it yet.
Sabine has already said hi.
Yeah. So that is exclusive to us.
Okay.
So you don't go and post your reflection on the general community.
Okay.
You go straight into my pod so that it's private to us.
Okay.
Now, the next dialogue there actually comes from earlier. Remember, I actually put there how a pod works.
Yeah.
The key success factors. So invest in your pod means spend time, you know, in your pod. Don't think of it like, oh yeah, this is just an extra thing. I go, never mind, don't do anymore. Invest in your pod because your pod is your key to success. Beware of negativity because we all come from different backgrounds. Sometimes when we read other people's comments, we may have a negative reaction. Straight away, ask yourself, which saboteur is happening inside me right now? Right? I actually think like that and like that to somebody. Be real, be authentic, be vulnerable. Why? Because vulnerability is your currency for trust. We trust people when people are open with us, when people are genuine with us, right? So it is encouraged that all members trust each other and be vulnerable. I mean, if I said, you know what, Eric, you know, I've been talking about my procrastination forever. And this whole thing about being perfectionist, we always laugh about it. This is really a challenge because it's being vulnerable.
Yes.
It's really telling it. It's like, I'm not this Changi coach out there. I cannot share with these people because what would you think of me? You know? So basically we bare our souls. Commit to daily check-in. So everyone, if you're busy, you just check in and say, guys, I'm very busy today. I don't even know how I'm going to get my daily challenges. You know what? Guys, help me out here. You know, you just type a desperate message is better than not communicating because then we are there to support you. We might say like, hey, you know what? First things first, do this one first because you find that it's actually very easy. Or we may key in and say, hey, the exercises today are really, really easy. You know, all you need is 15 minutes.
Are we meant to, when you talk about vulnerability, I mean, you know, that's great. That relates to, for your information, Terence, the DISC program, which is everything DISC, actually has, they've incorporated the Lencioni's model, which is the 5 levels of team dysfunctions, and trust, vulnerable trust is the bottom one. So if you do Sulin's program,
that's the 5 behaviors.
Yeah, 5 behaviors.
That's not this. That's 5 behaviors.
5 behaviors, Lencioni's model, yeah, which is interlinked. They've interlinked that into everything DISC as one of the options, right? Yeah. So, sorry, back to my question. When we talk about sharing and hey guys, you know, I'm completely flat out today. I'm, you know, stressed out. I can't. Are we just supposed to talk about the task or are we supposed to be really authentic and share, oh, you know, my puppy just died, or, you know, I've got my migraine or whatever?
Eric, this is our pod. It's up to us whatever we do with it.
Okay.
This is our private group.
Okay.
Right? And vulnerability includes puppy dying, includes waking up late, includes, you know, I am freaked out, my boyfriend left me, whatever it is.
Okay.
Because these are the things, at the end of the day, we are controlling our neural pathways so that we are in better mental health to control ourselves, to manage ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to be clear that it's just, we don't just focus on the task that we are actually sharing ourselves.
Yeah, so this program is not about tasks. This program is a real coaching program to help us change ourselves inside.
Okay.
Right, and Eric, your guess was probably there's a certification program. As a coach, I would say if you haven't experienced it, you have no right to coach someone else in this.
Yeah.
Right? So this is his immersion method of putting everything inside us.
Yeah. Which is the advice which Derek McCann gave, and I gave to all of you as well, with the mindful, emotional, intelligent leader. Don't try to run that program if you don't have a meaningful mindfulness practice. He already said that.
Absolutely.
This, I understand why he said that.
Yeah, because all these are linked. I mean, the EI work, positive psychology, neuroscience, everything actually is working together. It's just that people choose to sell or present, market different portions of it.
Okay.
Right? Now, so together as a group, we are declaring war on our sneaky saboteurs, because the saboteurs in yourself has been there since day one. That's why your Enneagram talks about your lines of defense, right? MBTI talks about your mind preferences and how you react when you are angry. EQ talks about, and things like that. These are your saboteurs. And this is our time now to go and hammer out those saboteurs and says, you know what? I know you are strong in me, but I'm stronger than you. I can overcome you, right? Because if you go look at the chat, some of the saboteurs are 8.5 or something, super high, I mean, my highest was a 5, right? Theirs are 8.5 or something. Those are super, super strong. So it must be so much harder for a person who has saboteurs is 8 compared to a 5. But that is not true. Because you're so comfortable with your 5, you think you are okay. So you're lax about it.
Oh, I've got 4 that's above 5, man.
Mine is 7.5. My top one is 7.5.
My top is 8.1.
What is that, Terence?
Controller.
Wow! I wouldn't have thought you were a controller.
Oh, that's my personality, man.
Mine, can you guess what mine is?
Yours is probably, pleaser.
You're right. So obvious lah. Even anybody can work that out. Wow.
Do you want to guess mine?
Yours,
I've got 3.
I would say it's either hyper vigilant or hyper achiever. No? Oh, stickler. That's my number 2. Stickler.
Yeah, because only a stickler will do something stupid like this.
Yeah, don't say that lah.
Yeah,
I have to defend you, because that's my second highest saboteur.
So it's not about defending right now. We are about attacking, okay? So we want to on our saboteurs, because the saboteurs are the ones keeping us from maximizing our potential and being at our best. Yeah? And together, when we trust each other enough to call each other out. So if Eric, you were my partner, I said, hey, Eric, you gotta get a move on this. I've been reading your comments. I can do this on the side. I don't have to do this in the pod. I can go like, Eric, you gotta get a move on this. The responses you give tells me you are actually not focusing on this. That's why we are in the pod. Yeah, we call each other because you will have thousands of excuses in the next week to give up on this program. Even right now, as we start, wow, so many things on. You think I can carry through all this or not for the?
No, I have no hesitation, and I have no reservation that I will complete this. My determination and commitment is 100%.
Exactly. That's what your pod agreement is about, and that's why we are here for each other. It's like saying, Sulin, hey, you're already in week 3, don't give up. Sure, you can make this happen. I will even give up my session with you, our chit-chat session, to make time for that. The kind of thing. So we are here to support each other. So I'm going to say about that. Hey, why gone? Oh, that's the last slide. You are so lucky. So I'm not sure how useful all that is.
Extremely.
Oh, it's very useful.
Okay, so so that's all good. I'm just conscious of time, and I do need to get moving soon. Anything else in
You
relation?
want to stop the recording?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I will share the first part, which Sabine and Ayu missed, which is actually quite simple because it was quite task oriented. The second part, which is how the pod works, I'm glad that I recorded it so they can listen to that. And then we will meet on Monday. I will change the meeting to Monday, and I will stop recording the session now.